Hey folks, here OS Reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review at a rather unique clamp-on style Bluetooth speaker, also a cell phone holder. So this is going to be great if you're in an office or maybe if you're a student in some kind of dorm room and you don't have a lot of space. This allows you to interact and easily put your phone onto this clamp, use it as almost a stand or a pseudo stand for watching videos, for interacting with media. And down below here there's a wireless stereo Bluetooth speaker that you can connect to and blast out your music. Of course, you can also listen to your music privately by plugging in a pair of headphones. Otherwise, you can see that there also is this clamp design, which we've seen before as just standalone clamps, but really this one interacts and adds that Bluetooth functionality. But you can see here this part can be adjusted, allows you to put it onto some kind of table, put it onto some kind of wood counter, and that holds on quite well. This is a flexible neck, so it can be bent to multiple angles for adjusting a better viewing experience. So taking a quick look at the design of this first, you can also find more info about this unit and the pricing down below in the descriptions. It costs for about 30 bucks, which isn't too expensive, I think, for something that adds quite a bit of utility, especially again if you're in a dorm room or some kind of situation where you need some space. Over here on the side you have access to a full-sized USB output, so this also does work as a power bank of sorts. It has a built-in battery pack inside. You can use it to charge things up to 5 volt 1 amp, so your smartphone will work. Larger devices like an iPad will not work as well. It requires 2 amps to power that. But there's also a mini micro USB port for charging the Bluetooth speaker / power bank itself. It takes about 3 hours to completely charge this unit up. There's also a micro USB cable included in the packaging, but there isn't a wall plug. It's going to work with any USB socket on a computer or if you have your own. There's also 2 LED lights which will indicate when you're in the pairing mode. It's going to flash red and blue, and once you're connected it's going to continuously flash blue after a few seconds. There's also a power on off switch, and there's also a small microphone, so you can use the Bluetooth speaker as a conference speaker as well. So if you're doing some kind of hands-free calling, a speakerphone, you can use it and talk. Again, it's not going to give you the most privacy, and also this isn't a noise-canceling microphone, which means it will struggle in noisier environments, but it is a nice feature to have nonetheless. On the back you have some basic info about the unit, some ventilation grills to prevent overheating, and then there's this clamp which attaches onto the stand portion. It's made out of plastic. It feels like it's fairly sturdy, I'd say, but there aren't any aluminum accents, so it's not the strongest thing in the world. The clamp here is universal. They have some rubber feet which prevents your phone from sliding out, also prevents your phone from getting scratched. It's going to fit up to 5.5-inch devices out there, but it's not going to be a perfect fit for tablets or larger products. So in terms of adjusting this, you can just pull on it. It uses a spring, and afterwards this is how far it goes, and your phone will attach like so. So we're going to do a quick demo of how to set this up really quickly here. Again, this is a flexible neck. It's actually quite rigid, but it stays and does a good job of actually positioning itself. Again, it can be bent pretty easily there. The bottom here, you can just simply unscrew this to get the bottom portion loose, and then you can open up the arms. The clamp itself also has a soft touch material on the center there that attaches onto surfaces a bit more easily. So you have a tabletop or some kind of book to stack in there. It allows it to hold its place quite tightly. And the other side just again fits onto the back. So we're going to do a quick demo of the audio quality and the pairing process for the Bluetooth speaker portion now. I have a phone, and I'm going to try pairing it with the Bluetooth. It uses Bluetooth version 3.0, so it's not quite 4.0 or 4.4, however it still works pretty nicely. It's not as energy efficient, and sometimes there's a bit of more static or distortion in the background if you listen really closely, but still a pretty good music experience, and you can definitely blast out a few tunes if you want to share music with friends.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
So as you can hear, this does have voice-guided prompts, which is a little bit annoying. You can't turn that feature off, unfortunately, but that is something that the company could work on, let's say, in the 2nd generation model. So right now we are in the pairing mode, and if we find the speaker here, just a very generic BT speaker, that is the name of the unit.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
So there we go. It's connected as both a phone and a media audio, so it can play back my music, and also if an incoming call arrives, I can answer it and also use it for hands-free calling. So if I'm going to play back a quick song next and show you guys the audio quality. And then for attaching the phone, again, you would just pull on the lever here, and then the phone just fits into place as such. And again, this part would attach at the back onto the neck and can be pulled or placed onto a surface quite easily. As far as the audio quality is concerned, I have to say that although it gets quite loud and it's rather clear sounding, it doesn't offer a ton of bass, so lower frequencies are lacking that thump that you might get, or a punch you might get in larger speakers, so that's something that you're not going to get here. But for pop music, electronic music, it does a nice enough job. Certainly for making phone calls, it's clear enough to listen to. And again, there's a slight static, but it's not too crippling, and it's something rather common in low-cost Bluetooth speakers that we've seen, so nothing too bad. And overall, it does work, I would say, as advertised. Using it as a power bank, another nice feature, I suppose, so we're going to do a quick demo of that. Again, you can use the micro USB cable to then charge your device. Simply insert it onto the bottom, and the charging process begins automatically. It is a smart charger in the sense it's not going to overheat or overcharge your product. There's a green LED which will turn on to tell you that the charging process has started. And afterwards, once it reaches a full charge, you're going to see that the charging will stop. It takes about 2 hours to completely charge an average Android smartphone. The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus will take roughly 3.5 hours to fully charge, which are pretty good benchmarks considering this isn't a Qualcomm quick charge enabled charger. So overall, I would say that it does a pretty good job as far as a multifunction cell phone holder slash Bluetooth speaker slash power bank. And for this price point of sub 30 bucks, I think it's definitely worth checking out, especially for students, again, and people who are living in apartments maybe that are really cramped on space. It's not going to be the best for maybe bringing to a party and blasting out music just because the sound lacks that punch from bass. But as far as some light day-to-day use, it does the job. You can check out more details about this multi-functional Bluetooth speaker cell phone holder in our official written review. But this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.